Hey guys, yesterday's report did not go as well because I did the report, it's edited, it's in a Dropbox folder, and I cannot publish it on YouTube. So if you want it, there might be possibilities, but it takes me a long time. But for today I did another report, more like an interview talk with a good friend of mine, Jake Mason from London, England. At least he's a native speaker, and we talked about the setting yesterday, climbing, the drama, the pressure, a few of the athletes, and unfortunately no videos, but we had fun, and I hope you will have fun with it. So let me know what you think about it, and see you soon. See you tomorrow.
Nikki, tell me what did we just watch and how good was it?
We watched day number 2 of climbing at the Olympic Games, and it was good. I think the first day was better when it came to setting. I enjoyed the male route a little bit more than the female route, while the female route, women's route, had the more surprising results, right? Like I did not guess Janja finishing up in 4th position.
No, I agree. I think also the men's was more interesting yesterday. Seemed like almost higher drama, more tense. But I'm happy, man. I'm so psyched that climbing's in the Olympics. That's the main thing. It's so exciting.
I think like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, what makes the Olympics really special to me right now is like not the route setting. It's still good. Like we should talk about it, but the drama, like the pressure, you've seen it like yesterday at Jongwon in speed, and today at speed as well. Like all the guys or like girls who didn't climb really well at speed, Shauna, for example, they were already under a lot of pressure. Of course, like she didn't show it, but
yeah, it's not often you see these climbers crying, and they don't often show their emotions as much as they are now. It's like the Olympics is a really big deal for them compared to the World Cups, you know.
Yeah,
so cool to see.
So do you want to start with the most intriguing topic, which is really disappointing for you, or do you want to save the Basa Mawem?
We're going to talk about the men's from yesterday. Okay.
We don't have to, but we should at least talk about the Basa incident.
Let's talk about Basa. Firstly, big shame about Basa. He injured his bicep badly. It looks like a bicep torn from the bone, probably, which might mean surgery. He'll be fine. He'll get that fixed. But there's some controversy that's come out of that. Because Basa qualified for the final, he will not be making it. Personally, I feel that should mean that 9th place, Alex Megos, should be promoted to the final. But as it is, they're going to run the final with only 7 competitors, and Adam Ondra is going to have an automatic qualification into 4th seed in the speed, which I think is probably unfair. What do you think?
I think like the Adam topic is unfair that he qualifies into the first bracket, place 1 to 4. But on the other hand, I would not like, even though I'm German, I would not like to see Alex Megos or just place 9 coming into the finals, because it's kind of unfair. Like Basa could participate, like with his injury, he qualified for the finals. Yeah. And because of this, he could just wave to the crowd and be like, okay, I injured my arm, but I will take the last spot of the final. Okay with it. Otherwise, if Alex competes, like in which ranking? Like, does he compete according to his speed time? Because Alex racing against Adam is just like a snail race. There's not much happening. And then on the other hand, like Alex didn't qualify, but he's way better than some of the other athletes in lead. And when the boulders suit him better, he would also be like a really good contender for some of the medals. Yeah. So I totally get the point, and I think it's really disappointing that we see our first male final with only 7 competitors. But on the other hand, like tennis, for example, Wimbledon, when they proceed to the next round and Federer is like, oh no, I'm really old, I don't want to do it anymore. Then his competitor moves into the next round. And what I read is like the Simone Biles example, but she withdraw on her own. And I think if Basa would be withdrawing on his own, then I think it could be a different kind of thing.
Interesting. So do you think it's possible for him to withdraw on his own, and maybe he could say something? Maybe he could say, let let 9th place Magos go through. Let's have a complete final. Maybe it's a very difficult decision for the organizers to make, because I don't see a solution for the Ondra issue. Like it seems so unfair to the rest of the competitors that Ondra gets an automatic 4th place.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. There we go. I feel like most other sports would fill that eighth position. I don't know.
Could be, but if you have a false start at 100 meters, you're out as well, kind of like. So what I don't like is, or what I'm afraid of is Adam. If Adam wins the Olympic finals, everyone will be like, this wasn't like a fair win.
Mm.
And then we will not have the chance for revenge, because in 3 years, it will be another format, and that's a shame.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to keep that format, even though it's like really exhausting, but it had so much drama, like the speed and the multiplicator. It's crazy.
It's kind of confusing, huh?
Yeah.
It's a little bit. I would say, as someone watching, I would say it's a little bit too long. The qualifiers, for sure. I think the final with 8 people will be like a good length of time, but 5 hours, it's a bit too long.
Yeah.
It was good though. I enjoyed it. It was great.
Okay, what next should we talk about?
What next? Well, I think we should just move on to what we just watched. Let's talk about the speed. Women's speed first. I was firstly, I want to talk about Alexandra Miroslav. That was insane. That was insane how quickly she moved up that wall. Like, I'm not a massive fan of speed, but that was seriously impressive, and I can see why. Speed is like popular in the Olympics. It makes sense.
It just makes sense. Like, for me, it's like the most Olympic sport, because you can break Olympic records and world records. And
Yes.
right now you can have like a point or like a world record with doing a triple run with ending up speed first, bouldering first, and lead first, but no one can make it any better.
Yeah.
So like stopping the time for speed is really good. And you can see like how much people improved. I was really amazed by Jessie Pills, who run good times, I think. And Miho and Akio, like I remember Akio being much slower.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I think she ended up like in 8th position or 9th, and that was after speed really good.
Yeah, it seems like everyone who qualified for the Olympics has improved by, I don't know, a second almost since they started training for it. You know, I watched a video recently of Miho training speed. It was on her YouTube channel. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was really cool. So she had this target of breaking into the 7 point something seconds, and she was hitting like 8.02 and 8.07, and what was her time? 7.7 something earlier this morning. Unbelievable. She did really well. Like, I think both of her times were into the 7s, which was great. Really great.
So compared to the male category, at least we had 3 speed specialists in front: Alexandra, Anouk, and Yiling from China, who did not make a good job when it came to the other categories. She always seemed like she didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
But then it's already Miho, Julia Kaplina, another speed specialist. Yeah, Alana, Kyra, Julia, Akio. Yeah, into the top 10. I think that's pretty remarkable.
Great.
What about Shauna? Do you know how quick
Shauna
Shauna was usually? Because like she ran a 10 and a 9.65. So that's...
Yeah, I don't know how fast she usually goes. I assume that's somewhere similar. It looked like she was almost in like injury saving mode, or like power saving mode somehow. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm sure she would have been happy with, what was it, 9 point something? I'm sure.
Yeah, 9.6.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she's kind of ready to go home and relax
and retire. That's fine. Red Bull pays for it. It's all good. Yeah, speed is not that interesting after all.
well, speed is quick. You know, we can talk about speed quick. It's over quickly. Let's talk about boulder.
Which one was your favorite boulder?
Oh my favorite boulder was boulder number 1. It was super cool.
Ah, boulder number 1, not boulder number 4.
Nah. Boulder number 4. How do I feel about boulder number 4? It looked a little bit messy, a little bit awkward.
Okay, then talk about boulder number 1. Why it was your favorite boulder?
Boulder number 1. It's just the perfect boulder problem. It's something I can imagine myself setting and enjoying. So like tenuous, delicate stand up on a volume with, you know, that little zone hold that was probably not really holdable. And then the move to the side where you weight the right hand, but you don't have a foot, so you have to keep going to a nice, comfy foot plant. That move is so cool. And actually, I was really surprised and impressed that Shauna was the only athlete to stop on that middle hold. I don't know how she did that. That was really cool.
My guess is because she trained on this wall before. Like, didn't they build like the climbing hanger? Didn't they build another like entrepreneur wall somewhere like where she trains?
Yeah,
and maybe she climbed something similar or did a lot of smearing on this wall. But kudos, because it's like really hot. But that was my suggestion, like my guess.
That's interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Maybe.
Like espionage. She's been cheating.
The Chinese built the same wall. Like apparently, that's what the German MC said. That the Chinese team just bought the same wall and built it somewhere in China, and
Really?
that the whole team was training on this bouldering wall. Didn't help, but yeah. My most impressing scent of boulder number 1 was Arnaud Jobert, like the French speed specialist who climbed boulder number 1, which points out for me how good boulder number 1 is. Not my favorite, but I would agree that it's like one of the best bowlers to start around and to have an even play field for like speed, lead, and bowler specialists.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It seemed to be, you know, doable by all. It was the easiest one. A nice introduction to the boulder competition for sure. Yeah.
If I was allowed to show it, I would show right here now like how easy Janja did it, because she was almost like reaching it with both hands, but still standing and keeping her hip over to the left before she moved like really far to the right.
Yeah.
And also really amazing for me was Akio, because I felt like she didn't have like really good results in the beginning of the year, but and with the pressure, really good. 2 goes, group 2 goes.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Janja was able to control that first edge while staying for such a long time on the volume, which was why she was able to get so much height and then progress to the undercut so easily compared to everyone else. She's
What's your guess?
Good.
What's your guess? Why did they block the hold?
I assume so. I assume so. You're more likely to only go one hand to it, so it's like right and right again. But maybe they should have blocked it more, or put like a dual text blocker so you couldn't go to. You think something like that?
I think like to slow it down, so at least give you a little bit of resistance to keep it pushing once you get it with 2 hands, but you will absolutely lose it once you have the jug.
Yeah, for sure. So you lose the left hand. Yeah. That makes sense.
What about the ending? Do you think it was difficult enough, or would you?
Probably difficult enough for the first boulder. I don't know. Maybe not. What do you think? I liked it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I liked it. I think if you set the same boulder with a final format of 3 blocks, you have to increase difficulty of block number 1, like at the top.
Yeah.
Just at least to have something happening. But I'm really glad that I'm not one of the setters, because with 4 qualification blocks and only 3 in the finals, it's crazy. It's a nightmare.
That's a lot of pressure. I can't imagine. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So boulder, what was your favorite boulder?
I think boulder number 4, but we should continue with boulder number 2. Like boulder number 2 was kind of like my least favorite block, even though it did its job, you know, but I don't like the holds anymore. They're just like too simple, functional, yes, but too simple and a little bit too big, so you can't create diversity of moves.
Yeah.
And so it resulted in this, like, whether you went slow or quick, traversing to the right and then undercling, poof, poof, poof. But it had some drama as well. So
yeah, the drama with Akio not quite getting it. fingers on the last hold, but not quite getting it. That was exciting. Yeah, I think I agree. A good difficulty level on that boulder for sure. Like a very tension style, like contact strength style boulder. Yeah, I think I agree. I'm kind of bored of those holds now. I think they need a break.
Maybe the last time in a competition. Let's see what they have in mind for tomorrow and the day afterwards. But yeah, boulder number 2, it didn't have too many tops.
No.
Looking down the line, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tops, but a lot of like near misses, right? Crazy. Yeah, Miho missed it. Akio missed it really close. I think Jesse missed it at the top as well.
Yeah.
Hit by Klingler as well, and Kyra as well. Like, so 2 more boulder specialists who did not top boulder number 2. That was a little bit, yeah. For me, it wasn't disappointing. For them, must have been like a nightmare.
But I suppose the boulders in the quali have to be quite hard, don't they? You know, it's okay.
Pretty sure. Why would you say did Miho or Akio did not stuck the hold?
Let's think. Oh, I think because she was matching the penultimate hold, she was matched on it instead of being open, so she couldn't move quickly enough. That's what I saw, at least. What about you?
That was her last try. I think her first try where she almost got it and then almost got it again. I think she was just standing a little bit too low. And maybe if you stood a little bit higher with your left foot, you were able to pull a little bit further to the left. But then she had commitment issues.
Okay.
And she's in a relationship with Tomor, so I'm really interested how this works, because Tomor is really risky. Like, he doesn't have any commitment issues when it comes to bouldering.
The most committed man on the planet. That's funny.
Yeah, but that was my thought. Like, I was like, wait,
but
why doesn't she
that's
pull
great
like
because they balance each other out. They're like the perfect power couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, I think so as well. Yeah.
But again, Yanya flashed that one and she made it look totally easy. Like
Yeah.
so
She cut loose on the lower part, and then it was great effort. Yeah, boulder number 3 was better in my opinion.
Boulder number 3 was cool.
Yeah, the yellow one.
I agree.
Yeah, I really like. Did you see Anouk Jobert, like the French girl as well, like the speed climber who almost got the zone? Like, she fought really hard and she was yelling, and I like that there's no audience because you can hear them scream and yell and fight.
Yeah.
Cool.
She was shouting, wasn't she?
Yeah. And it was another, like, who topped it? Laura Rogerer topped it.
Yeah, which was kind of cool to see, because she was basically crying after her first 2 boulder problems, and then she got that redemption on the 3rd boulder. Who else topped it? So Yanya got another flash.
And Akio in her second try. And Akio was so quick in her second try, and she climbed way better than everyone else on this boulder. And I was really amazed because, like, was it the zone hold, like the flat hold with the dual text where you had to lean in? I really liked this section because you had to either move your left foot out first onto the jib and oppose with the volume, or if you didn't do it, then you had to do a quick foot swap over there. And Akio did this quick foot swap where everyone else fell, and then it was like really powerful. And I didn't think that Akio could pull like a powerful move off where Brooke and a lot of other strong competitors like Mio were not able to match hands.
Yeah. Maybe she rocked over slightly further left, so she was able to get more underneath the undercut. I think that's probably why. She just seems to have like this superhuman understanding of where her body is in space compared to Miho, maybe because she's a bit younger and a little less inexperienced. But also I noticed that Akio climbed the start the start few moves. She climbed them like old school. You know, she just touched the toe hook but didn't put the toe hook in, and then she foot swapped and pulled through, which was really cool.
Yeah, good flexibility and trust on the volume, right? Well, I think the first starter, the girl from South Africa, she always slipped off. And I thought, okay, that's steep enough to force the toe, but on the other hand, like, we had 2 options to climb it. how did you feel about having like two options? Yesterday I was asked whether the first male bowler problem, for example, the slab where a lot of competitors crimped the edges of the flat hold volume, whether this is cool or not.
I say not cool. I don't like that. I like the holds to be used with their intention. You know, if there are gaps in the back of it, nah, I'm not okay with that. But it's also very hard to prevent.
But if it was intended, like the whole team, I imagine the setting team was like, okay, you use it like this, and then use it as an undercling, and then you move over to the left, or like today you have to use the toe hook, but then they discovered the other options, and they are like on the same level, and then I'm kind of like okay with it because
if they're the same difficulty, I'm okay with it, but it just looks a bit gross.
Yeah.
And I can imagine how it feels because the back edges of those flat hold fiberglass, they're so sharp. Ugh, kind of freaky.
Yeah, I thought about whether this is like a good introduction for people who haven't watched climbing before, that we are like so determined. Is it determination, motivation, or is it just gross?
Somewhere in between the two, I think.
Okay, we're climbers, we're dirtbag people, and we hold on to nails and to knives and whatsoever. Like you can put anything on the wall and we will just crimp it and bend our nails. We don't care.
Yeah, but back to your question about whether it was a problem that the toe hook wasn't completely forced for Akio and a couple others. As long as the difficulty is about the same, I think it's fine. I personally used to really care about forcing only one possible way, but now I think it's fine. If someone else finds a way, let them do it that way. I think it's great.
Fair enough. What I really liked about bowler number 3 was like the change of styles. First toe hook or flexibility over there, then like a shoulder press, palm down, just to release a little bit like a flag, and then into like a small box where you had to do something with your feet, and then explode into just like compression. I think there was like a lot in just 4 or 5 moves.
Yeah, a lot going on with not many holds.
Yeah, that's true.
Big bicep power.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been possible not to go double undercut and just go left hand, right hand to the top? Looked big, huh?
It looked big, and you were like, there was not that much like to push from, and the undercling was really an undercling.
Yeah.
Like usually I put an undercling into a soft position where it's a little bit more sideways, but this one was really an undercling. Really. So maybe if you're a little bit taller or way stronger. But yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, boulder number 4. That was I think boulder number 4 was my favorite because you had to do this. Like the camera work wasn't that great.
No.
Like the shaky camera, but it was terrible. But like the campus move, like if you did it properly, it was pretty cool. You were able to do it quick, save time, save power. Looking at Akio and Shauna did a really great rotation as well of this helicopter move. But other climbers were able to just like match hands and do some mean stuff. But then they were out of gas when it came to the top. And the top section as well, like once you were in the zone, you still needed to execute. You had huge footholds, but slippery volumes. So you needed to be calm, powerful, and this in your last bowler. And that was cool. And especially like the Russian woman, Victoria. Meshkova. Yeah. Like when she fell out of the top jug as the third starter, I was like, that's devastating because you're sitting there waiting for other 15 people. And like after the European Championship, like we kind of could have guessed that she's strong, but she didn't climb against the others for a long time, and we didn't know like how strong she actually was. Like was it too easy? Was it just like a showy bowler?
On the English Eurosport commentary, our commentator was saying boulder 4 was the American boulder because it was like feet off and he was kind of right because Brooke got it like second go, maybe second or third go. Anyway, she got it quite quickly and made it look very easy.
No, Brooke had a flash.
Oh, was it a flash? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was a flash. I also thought it was a second ago, but no, it's a flash for Akio, Brooke, and Yanya.
I underestimated her.
So the only 3 tops were actually flashes. So maybe a little bit too powerful.
Needed to get it first go. Yeah, actually, you were just talking about Victoria Meshkova. She probably would have got to the final if she had topped that boulder, but she's not in. That's a shame. Yeah. What do you think the sequence was meant to be for the top of that problem? You know the 2 damage control edges. Do you think it was meant to be like this?
Yeah, I thought maybe it's supposed to be like this, and then you kind of have to walk further to the left with your feet. Maybe it was possible to move your left foot with a toe or heel hook around the big triangles, and then go a little bit more controlled.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, why would you put like a huge party jug on top when you want to have control?
Yeah.
So probably both was possible.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost impossible to put a crimp, which you can only hold with one hand, into the women's category. Once you put something on the volume, they will find a way to play piano and like just match it somehow. Like
and still pull on it hard enough to go like big move. Good on them.
Yeah, I was in general impressed like how much competitors don't care about screw holes or grabbing screw holes. Tomorrow yesterday in boulder number 1, he just went straight for all the screw holes of the volume, just like crimp. Today in boulder number 2, like for the last move or the somewhere in the middle, like these green rock city holes, a lot of girls, instead of using the slopey side, they used the screw on the inside just to generate more momentum. So
yeah.
Either the industry, like we have to come up with a solution which is like not commercial possible, but maybe we find something to just cover the holes. But in general, like people don't give a fuck. So I think the top section, I think they were happy with everything what happened up there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have nothing more to add to that. I think these guys must they must just get so comfortable with boning the screw holes that it's just fine for them, and it's such a massive advantage if you can use it. It's an extra hold, so they must train it almost.
Yeah, I think for the last move, if you went with both hands, like right and left before the jump, you had a little bit more space to generate momentum. Yeah, because you could swing a little bit back and forth, while when you matched the left hand hold, you had this huge volume just as an opposing force, so you had to pull harder with a worse hold, which levels it out for me as a seller again. So you have 2 ways to do it. One is more powerful and risky, while the other one maybe a little bit further. I don't know. I think that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Bouldering round. I think that was cool.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Slightly less exciting as the men's, but still really cool. The setters did a good job. Separation-wise, they got probably the perfect separation across 20 girls. That's amazing.
Yeah, when we take a look at the results, it's 4 tops, Yanya, then 2 people with 3 tops, Brooke and Akio, and then 3 times 2 tops, and then a lot of 1 tops, and then 7 people without any top. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Looking back at yesterday, why do you think the men's round was a little bit more exciting? Or?
It's probably because the main move I have ingrained in my head is that paddle off the X-Cult sloper into the expression like pocket. That move was just so entertaining, and I guess the women's didn't really have a move like that. But on the whole, it comes down to the drama. It just felt more tense.
Yeah, they didn't have like that many like short boulders. Like boulder number 2 was a little bit longer, boulder number 3 was a little bit longer, so we didn't have that many heartbreaking moments like the boulder you mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the lead category. What was the biggest surprise of the lead category for you?
Biggest surprise. For me, there weren't any surprises. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would get a top. I knew it was going to be a hard. But based on the men's lead yesterday. I knew they would go really hard with the women's lead, which is fine. I don't think necessarily we need to see tops in the qualification, although it would be nice. So yeah, no surprises really, unless I missed something.
Just Janja not topping.
Nah, I don't think it's a surprise. Okay.
Why?
Because they were gonna go hard. They were gonna go real hard.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, maybe the surprise was Cheon Seo, but like she's fit on the rope. Like she's so strong, and so calm as well.
Yeah.
Like Lara Rogora, for example, like the pressure was too much for her after like two mediocre, two bad rounds.
Yeah.
Seo just was good.
Yeah, poor Laura. She got tangled up, and I think she messed the sequence up quite low down, and that's cut her run short. You know, it's a shame. Maybe the biggest surprise is Janja not winning the lead. Well, I think she came 4th in the end.
Yeah,
that could be the biggest surprise. But I think she was in power saving mode again. Like that won't happen on Friday. No way.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid that she made a mistake now, so there won't be any mess ups on Friday, which is like a safe win for Janja on Friday.
Yeah.
But I want to have more drama, even in the women's final. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we should make at the end of this. We should make predictions. We'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, like I know my prediction already, but it's just like it's coming from the heart, you know. Like there's no sense.
I know what your prediction is going to be.
Yeah, the route. It started with a lot of red holes in the lower part, and this like the move where Laura almost fell, like the huge undercling to the crimp. Up to this part, it was boring, but it has to be boring and safe until it's safe.
Yeah.
But after this, I really liked it, like the press over the mantle into this tiny Gaston, and then a lot of tiny crimps, and then the stand-up move where Petra fell like into the shoulder.
Yeah.
Didn't look visual appealing, but it was good climbing. And then it looked visual appealing, like the green pinches, but the climbing wasn't that great. Like they had to put like jibs on all the holes just to make it possible. I'm not a fan of 10 pinches in a row, but it does the job.
It definitely did the job. That green Taiji pinch section was like the ultra power burn. Not many girls got past them. I think maybe 3 or 4 got past those pinches. The rock up move on the donger, you know, the kilted donger. That was my favorite move. That was cool. That was nice climbing.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
that was pretty good. Yeah, like the section in the middle. Yeah, I think it should have been a little bit easier, so we probably would have seen like a nice section at the top, like going around the red.
Yeah.
Because I felt like in the green section, going around the red, there wasn't that much happening. Lead climbing for me is most of the time right, left, and every time like just a stupid press, like which is a lame move on a bouldering wall. It's like really exciting, and I was looking for like 2, maybe 3 more exciting moments, but the green section was boring.
It's okay. I think we'll get it in the finals. It's gonna be different in the final.
You promise?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just hoping. I'm so desperate for exciting finals. I think what I noticed in the lead were, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a great deal about lead. But the clips, all of the clips looked really awkward, like right in your face. Did you notice that?
Yesterday it looked like really similar. A lot of people were struggling with clipping.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what's the deal with it.
It's like they've all forgotten how to clip.
Yeah, well, sometimes like yesterday with lead, it was like cross over your hand and clip. I don't know. I'm not a big lead climber anymore, so I just say, it's part of the deal. It's like merciless. Like lead is really merciless. Like relentless pulling and climbing.
Yeah.
Not enjoying your time, not feeling good.
I got a message from someone saying, do you think the lead, the boulder, and the speed all in one day is too much for these athletes, or do you think it's like just a big session and they could probably do a bit more, or is it totally like too much?
I think it's fine now, especially with 4 boulders.
Yeah.
And I think it's more or less up to that they didn't do this format for a long time, and it's not running for a long time as well. Like, I think the first time we ran this format was 2018 in Innsbruck.
Yeah.
So that's what I also don't like about the format. It has to be established for a long time until like people get used to it, and until it's like a big thing, an Olympic event, and people really invest a lot of time. Are like, you are a boulder, that's fine. I'm doing this, like I'm doing combined climbing,
Yeah.
and it's like the decathlon, a marathon. Of course, it's like a lot of for your skin and on your muscles, but like if you run it for a long time, if you would run it for a long time, I guess there would be people who would be like, okay, I don't care about the lead. I will just do bouldering and speed, and that's it. Save my skin, or like vice versa. So like really special excel in 2 of the disciplines. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Cool. Yeah. And what about the 1 day rest? Do you think 2 day rest would be better, or does it not make a difference to these guys?
I think skin-wise, of course, 2 days would have been better, but so when I talked to Marcos Scolaris about the Olympic Games, or the IFSC president, he told me that climbing got this spotlight really late, like we got really late into the Olympic Games, and then the location and the time we're not sure. So I think there's not that much time on the calendar, and so far all the Olympic, like cycling, like indoor cycling as well, like semifinals, qualifications on day 1, and then finals on the next day. I think there's no sport which has like even a gap in between.
Like,
So
no,
like 1 day gap in between is already, yeah.
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good. And maybe maybe this is a conversation for another time. But do you think eventually the lead, speed, and boulder will be separated individually? So we'll have gold for you do, yeah? I think so.
Yeah,
too.
they're going for it. Like 24 will be 1 separate speed and 1 with a combined of boulder and lead, and then I think 28 there will be 3 medals. Well, I think it should be like 3 medals plus 1, so makes 4, just like for combined.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be really, really cool. But yeah.
Just like they did at the Euros last year.
Yeah, use like the single qualification events as like the single discipline, gold medals, bronze, silver. But yeah, I hope so. Would be
Hopefully
really nice.
Hopefully the Olympics like climbing and they get a lot of publicity from it, so they can afford to give us some more medals. That'd be great.
That'd be great. Yeah. Okay, so lead climbing. We had Cheon Seo first, and then Jessica Pills, who surprisingly recovered really well after a pulley injury. I think it was in Salt Lake. It must have been like 12 weeks of crazy. Then Miho, 3rd place, really great. Yanya, Victoria, Akio, Mia Crumple, Brooke. Let's take a look at our finalists, and then we do our predictions.
Yes.
How do I find this? The finalists. Ah, there it is. Okay, finalists. Okay. You got it as well?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so it's Yanya, Cheon, Mio, Akio, Brooke, Jessie, Miroslav, Alexandra Miroslav, so the only speed specialist. Oh, and the 2nd speed specialist, Anuk.
Yeah, okay. 2 speed specialists. That's actually a surprise, isn't it? But Anuk, she was a fighter. She definitely deserves that place in the final.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you my prediction for the podium, but I can't tell you the right order. I'm going to give you my prediction though.
Okay.
These three are my podium. Okay, Yanya, Akio, Brooke.
Damn, I wanted to say Yanya, Akio, Brooke as well, but now I'm going. But now I'm going to Yanya, Akio. No, I will do even the order. Like, I don't think it will happen, but I hope it'll happen. So it's Akio, Yanya, and then Cheon.
That would be cool. It would be cool to see Cheon on the podium.
Yeah.
And Akio getting gold would be like that Olympic fairy tale, retirement fairy tale. Wow. That'd be cool.
Yeah. my heart would melt. But
the warrior princess gets gold.
yeah, I think she climbed really well. Compared to the male lead route yesterday, what do you think? Like a friend of mine told me, like Dan said, the male route was a little bit better. Do you agree?
It looked like it had a bit more flow to it. It was more enjoyable to watch. But that's coming from someone who doesn't climb lead ever. Yeah.
Well, that's also important, because if you don't climb lead, you want to watch it, and if you're bored, I think the boys had like a really easy dyno at the bottom, but at least something was flying.
Yeah.
And the top section was great, even though no one was able to do it. But like this, at least you had a crux where they had to slow down and go around the red going around. Like every time you have a red go around, something happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like that. When I was watching the top section, I was like, have these guys intended the climber to do a 360 up there and face the crowd? Surely not.
No, I surely not. I think it was like, cross underneath and then.
Yeah.
But they were hoping for it, I guess. Like, or maybe they were hoping for someone like just waving to the crowd.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I think maybe that was the case. I'm just waiting for the cartwheel, the head wall cartwheel. It's gonna happen one day. Oh, I have a question. Do you think we'll see a crack in either final on the boulder?
No, I think they pull it off for the male, and I think they won't do it for the women.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
and I'd be okay with it, because it's also like really skin dependent. A lot of people already lost their skin, and I'm sorry to say that, but so far only Adam is capable of climbing the
and Jakob Schubert, he's pretty good at it.
And Jakob Schubert is one of my highlights so far. Cheon Seo, Akio dealing with pressure, and Jakob Schubert, who had a terrible boulder round, and then pulled it off with boulder number 4, and then just smashed lead.
He made the lead look so easy. Obviously he didn't top, but he made that first bit look so easy compared to everyone else. He's a true athlete. That guy is special. Yeah. Maybe we should do men's predictions.
Yeah. I'm pulling up the final, like the men combined. Where can I find it? Male category: Michael Marvem, Tomor, Colin Duffy, Jakob Schubert, Adam Ondra, Alberto Gines Lopez, Bassa, and Nathaniel Coleman.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, podium. Tomor, Colin, Michael.
Oh, no way!
Will not happen, because Adam has like the 4th spot of speed already. That's a shame,
Wait, so Adam has the 4th spot in speed, but you still don't think he's going to make podium?
Yeah, no. Somehow he will. I didn't think about this before I did my podium.
Okay.
That's a podium I'm hoping for.
Yeah, that would be an amazing podium. And I agree with you on Mika, because that guy, I've been saying Mika Olympic podium for like 5 months now. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get a podium.
But I think my guess is that Tomor will win, or will place in front of Adam.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you there. So I'm gonna go Tomoa, Adam, Mika.
Cool. What about Colin Duffy? No chance on the podium?
I mean, they all have a chance, right? I say even Lopez. What's his first name?
Alberto Gines Lopez.
Alberto, sorry. Alberto even has a chance, and he's a speed specialist, right?
No, he's a lead climber.
He's lead specialist. Fuck.
He's a lead specialist, but he improved his speed time below 7. Like most of the guys were climbing below 7. Just Adam Onra. Yeah, no.
Oh shit! Cut that out. Cut that out of this.
No, we'll keep it. It's not too much editing.
Yeah, that's the great thing. Everyone has a chance, and there's always chance that Andre's gonna do something silly like not clip a quick draw and get disqualified. That's totally possible. Yeah, that's the exciting thing about the Olympics. I think we could see a big upset. That would be cool.
Are you jinxing Adam? Yeah, another upset.
He's just so prone to upsets, you know?
Yeah. I want more drama.
Yeah.
I need a little bit more drama. Let's put it
Yeah.
this way. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. I want to see the climbers speak to the camera more, because I'm not sure if they know that we can hear them.
Mm.
But like in the track and field, all the sprinters, you know, they're giving it all this.
That's true, but climbing, unfortunately, is not a showman sport yet.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But I like tomorrow is, yeah. But I watched 200 meters, like Lyles in the or like and Andre de Grasse, like while Cheon was climbing. It's crazy. Like they all go out to the messages. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, like with the glasses. Yeah. That's Olympic sport. Love it. Jake, should we just meet tomorrow? Same time, same place.
Same time. Do you know what time the men's final finishes?
I think it's same as today.
Perfect.
So
let's do that. Same time tomorrow. My pleasure. Give me Spud.
Cool.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.